Hello and welcome to the 1998 Halloween Parade from our sky-high setting high atop the crane from Edgewood Studios at the corner of West Street and Merchants Row. And the parade is just coming into sight as we have 71 units in this parade, so it's a big one, folks. And there's a huge crowd of folks around the on the Merchants Row side and on the West Street. Both sides of the street are packed full, and we're moving up to an even higher vantage point. And we're hearing our first band, which is the Rutland High School Marching Band. But of course, as with every parade in downtown Rutland, we have our lead unit is the police cruiser from the Rutland City Police Department. It's a little bit cool tonight, but not cold. It's cloudy overhead, but no precipitation, at least at this time. We have lots of kids of all ages in varying kinds of costumes lining the streets, the sides of the streets here. As our first, our 1998 edition, I believe a 39th annual Halloween Parade, sponsored by the Rutland Recreation Department, is underway. Got to get the balloon merchants out of the way now, huh? Parking spaces are pretty precious in downtown Rutland today. I know I had to park about 12 miles away and walk down here. Everybody was wondering if I was going to make it. And you see one of the fire department's ladder truck making the turn from Wales Street onto West Street. As usual, the parade started up at Strong's Avenue and the River Street Bridge, and then came down Strong's Avenue to Wales Street, went across Wales Street to West Street, and now is heading down West Street, where it will turn onto Merchants Row to proceed by the review stand at the Depot Park, and after that into the Rutland Shopping Plaza, where they'll disband, and everybody after the parade is over, of course, will move into Center Street Alley for the unmasking of Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. And right after the police cruiser, we have the Rutland Recreation and Parks Department's banner for the 39th annual Halloween Parade. And we have some folks from the VFW, I believe. Yes, I can see that. And the VFW Color Guard. This is the VFW's Color Guard. And followed by the Auxiliary and their Color Guard. Yeah, they have to go under the tunnel here. And next is the mayor of our city, and Mrs. Wenberg. And I'm sure the kids are in there too. Now, I can't see them right now. There he is. Nancy, Jill, and Ethan, and Mayor Jeff Winberg. Hi, Nancy. And the Pumpkin Queen now comes into view. Rutland High School's Pumpkin Queen is Jillian Dauphinais. As you can hear, our Rutland High School contingent is right behind us, including the principal, Mr. Gee. Here's the Raiders marching band. Let's listen. The Rutland Raiders, Rutland High School marching band. Theme from Rocky. It's like they're going to give us another little show here. Well, a couple of side boxing matches there, and the Rutland High School marching band. And the little stall in front of the parade is moved out now. And our next unit is the Rutland City Fire Department with their, looks like Rescue 8, is it? Our first unit here. They got their lights on so I can't see. Well, it's Rescue 9, I guess. And a couple of little goblins in the background there. And now the aerial truck, preceded by a few members of the Adams family, it looks like, and Sparky the fire dog is hiding in there somewhere. I thought we'd better get up here so we could not be hit by the fire truck. Well, that's a pretty impressive piece of apparatus, isn't it? Here's Sparky the fire dog and Uncle Fester down there. And now we have some folks here in the throwing a candy out from the Department of Public Works. And there seem to be ample numbers of children ready to pick up and clean up the streets. It looks like the Adams family got wiped out by a DPW plow. Happy Halloween from Rutland City DPW and Local 1201 of the AFSCME. Here's the Shrewsbury Mountain School. And we have a few eggs and green eggs and ham. Definitely a theme developing here. There are a couple of erupting eggs. And the hand-pulled float from the Shrewsbury Mountain School. It says, peace in the world or world in pieces. And from Fabian Rentals, an antique car. I don't feel like an antique. And an alien, fresh from a rerun of X-Files, probably. It's hard to believe a 1960 car is an antique. The next is a float from Born Beautiful and Handsome, which we are rising to allow them to get through. And a group of animals, a carousel, elephant, tigers, pigs, leopards, bears, giraffes, and a clown or two. This is Mill River's Pumpkin Princess, Erica Laurie. And we have a band following from Mill River Union High School. And I guess we'll give them a listen. Sounds like they're getting ready to wind up something here. Mill River Union Marching Band. Next, what would seem to be an inevitable float for this year's Halloween parade, we have the Titanic shipping through town, and the float is from the Rutland Herald. And they've got one lifeboat. There's a spookmobile here, covered with cobwebs. Looks like it's from Killington. Sign on it that you can win this car. Four Seasons of Horror are coming next. This is the float from Killington Resorts. Killington's Haunted Hotel. Now Rutland Region Chamber of Commerce mixing with the Rutland area vehicle enthusiasts for 100th anniversary observance of the Rutland Region Chamber of Commerce. Celebrating 100 years, 1898 to 1998. And we have cars representing many earlier generations. It's Rick Carlson, the president of the chamber. Now we have a deer hunter. This is a big buck contest coming soon. And here's a float, or a truck anyway, from the Rutland area vehicle enthusiasts, a rave. Now we have a cool Mustang coming next. Remember, this was probably the 1960s. A few rampant oh, Karen and Corey, huh? A couple of salt and pepper shakers. Which one's Corey? Corey's salt, and Karen's the pepper. A little more spice in our life there. And we have more of these. Well, we got a skeleton underneath that car. I haven't seen Tom Donahue yet. He's supposed to be in this parade. Maybe he's driving this old vehicle, huh? Which drives a little like Tom. But it isn't. So we're still looking for him. All breathing. I am not. Surely a goner. Now we have a ghost in this car. We have some ghosts in this truck. Must be the Ghostbusters, huh? And now Otter Valley's Pumpkin Princess, Crystal Martell, followed by the Otter Valley Union High School 9 band. Mime band. Excuse me. You have to learn to read. Oh, I see. They're playing invisible musical instruments. of some bugs. Being tantalized by a three-eyed frog. It's like one of those frogs that we've been discovering lately. This is Miss Vermont Petite Princess. But unfortunately, they haven't told me her name. A couple of more antique cars running through. They must have gotten into the lineup late. They are wonderful, aren't they? This is a float from the Rutland Intermediate School. Rutland Intermediate School presents Carnival Clowns. I think I recognize some of these clowns down here. And following behind the Rutland Intermediate School is the Rutland Historical Society. And their theme, bringing the past to life. Seem to have a little bottleneck that's developed right now. And we have a float from Mr. Twitters. It's called the Witch's Garden. All sorts of weird and strange things growing in this garden. Next we have the West Rutland High School Pumpkin Princess. This is Jennifer Banya. Followed by the West Rutland High School Band. Looks like we've got some Dalmatians and some, or maybe they're cows. They're cows. Of course they are. And see how I could utterly miss that. I'm not going to repeat it, Tom. You'll have to watch the tape. This is the West Rutland High School Band. Let's listen. West Rutland High School Band. Coming next is their float. Their theme of where Have I got the mic back? I just realized the mic cord had come out in my hand. This is WEQX and their decorated station band. Mountain Valley Community School. And they've got a Chinese dragon following after the van, the pickup here. And here's the Boo Bash, 98. Now MSJ's Pumpkin Princess. This is Nikki Root. Now we have the Lonely Hearts Club Band from Barstow Memorial School coming through. Let's give them a listen. Seemed to be appropriately dressed for a 1960s Beatles revival. That was, of course, the music of Yellow Submarine. Yes. The band from Barstow Memorial School. Tie-Dye is back. The float from Barstow Memorial School, which seems to be an appropriately decorated school bus. This is the Barstow Yellow Submarine. Fortunately, it doesn't have to go underwater. Here's our local armor battalion from the National Guard, the Vermont Army National Guard, and a decorated Humvee. This is Applebee's restaurant. At least the drawbridge is down. I think this is one of the largest crowds I've seen at one of these parades. There's just a mob here tonight, about 6 to 8 deep along the streets here at the corner of West Street and Merchants Row. We're, of course, watching the 39th annual Halloween parade. This is the Diamond Run Malls. Charlie Brown and the Pumpkin Patch. Of course, I thought it was Linus. But obviously, the Great Pumpkin is alive and well in downtown Rutland today, or tonight, thanks to the Diamond Run Mall. Fairhaven Pumpkin Princess. Fairhaven Union High School's Colby Fisher. And this is the float from the Fairhaven Union High School Band. They're pelting us with candy here. The Swinging Slaters. They're ghostly. But they are followed by somebody that will make some noise, the Fairhaven Union High School Band. And it's Sing, Sing, Sing. And I haven't seen as many poodle skirts since I was in high school. Now we have some folks from Freedom in the Road, Southwest Chapter, who help Special Olympics, VINS, the Shriners Burns Hospital, and breast cancer. And we've got some motorcycle riders. Oh, ears, lovely. Bet I couldn't hear what she said, huh? Now we have some motorbikes ridden by some motorcycle mamas and papas. Like Fester came back, wanted to be in the parade some more. Here's the Boys and Girls Club of Rutland County. They have a float coming. It's a good thing we moved that time, Tom. This is the float from the Boys and Girls Club of Rutland County. Only a Cuisinart would have been more thorough. That's a pleasant thought, isn't it? Goes with that pizza that was just there. This is a float from Sherman v. Allen, known more familiarly as Max. The next is a pickup truck float from the Justin Thomas Memorial Fund. This is Patricia Berlicki. That's a 1971 orange Carmen Ghia. Now the Granger's on parade. Howard Sunoco and Video World with their float. Give that man another hand. Looks like we have a Wizard of Oz theme here. Here's the Rutland Town Elementary School Band. Let's give them a listen. Rutland Town Elementary School Band. 60 marchers, their version of On Broadway. I think the thing that's happened tonight is most of the people have stayed outside. There aren't as many people peeking from the warmth of offices on the second floor of the buildings along Merchants Row anyway. So it stayed quite mild. As long as the wind stays down, says Tom. Of course, he's not wearing a hat, so. Okay, next we have the Rutland Town School Chorus riding on this flatbed truck here. And we have more cemetery themes here. Hate it when people point, don't you? Here's the Corvette Club. The Green Mountain Corvette Club coming through. I have lots of fun looking at power cars here. It's nothing like a painting coming to life, right? Catch the lady with the purple over there. I think that's Nancy Gordon, who used to help us out on this parade. This is right behind the Green Mountain Corvette Club, in which we have 4 Corvettes. We have the Z97 van. And Ed Kelly, huh? Is that Philbin? Once the Z97 vehicle gets by, we're moving into the 5th and final unit of, or section that is, of the parade. A total of 71 units were scheduled to appear. A couple of them we missed. I think some of the earlier marchers have swelled the ranks of the watchers here, so that we're even getting a bigger crowd as the parade members complete their trip and then come back and watch the action. Of course, after we get through with the parade itself, the crowd will all take off for Center Street Alley for the unmasking of Mr. Jack-o'-lantern at this, the 39th annual Halloween parade. And I think all but one time in all the years that this has been done, the parade has run on Halloween night. There was one night the weather was so bad they pushed it off for a day. So instead of a rainy parade route, the next night, November 1st, we had a snowy parade route. And I think that may have been the first time we broadcast that here on Channel 15. It was before Tom's time, anyway. This nice lady in this last Corvette here was told by one of the police officers that she had a great mask. Well, here's the president coming through. I guess the rest of this is a Men in Black. Here we have some folks from the College of St. Joseph. And they were back from an earlier section. And it looks like another Wizard of Oz theme. And now also from an earlier section, so some got in a little late. Rutland area visiting nurses and hospice and their float. They have a couple of Millennium candies here. They look good enough to eat, don't they? If you like nuts, Tom said. I just want to know if they're throwing M&Ms. And now Proctor's Pumpkin Princess, Michelle Bove. Followed by the Proctor High School Band, Junior Senior High School Band. Striking a 1970s disco chord. Proctor Junior Senior High School Band, an old Village People song. The 70s song is not old. I don't know about this. Just passing behind the band is the Rutland Area Food Co-op. And here we have the Mix 98 float from WJJR. Obviously, they have heaven on their mind. Angels of the Morning is the theme. And followed right behind WJJR, Cat Country. With a NASCAR theme. And fresh from their latest version of the haunted house in Pittsford, the Pittsford Fire Department's Boomobile. I think they were scarier in Pittsford, don't you?
Yeah, I know. They're way more.
And now the this is a float also from the Pittsford Fire Department. They brought their hay wagon in that they use at the I love it. Oh, don't pull me, no. Here's another hay wagon from the Pittsford Fire Department. Now these guys are scary, especially when they grab my feet. Oh. The Pittsford Fire Department celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, I believe. And next, we have some four-legged variety marchers from the Rutland Valley Kennel Club. I know. It's incredible. Dog heaven here. Some hot dogs with extra eyes. And here's some dogs in t-shirts. I'm not sure who's loving this more, the kids or the dogs. Huh? All right, next we have the Rutland Regional Medical Center's operating room float. Yes. Tom says takes a lot of patience to build this one here. Oh, we have an operation in progress here on the back half of the float. Not sure if they're doing a blood transfusion or... Oh, they're playing the organs. And now we have coming next from Shucker's Oyster Bar. Maybe the ugliest mermaid I've ever seen. Followed by King Neptune there. This is DC's Sight to Sound float. Yeah, one of the coffins fell out. And now from WEBK, Killington, their float. Oh, we got the Lion Tamer here. The greatest show on earth is their theme. Well, these folks obviously just got married. And here's AJ Morrow. Where's your camera? You off duty tonight? Zero Gravity Skate Park. And we're going to get some inline skaters here. Whoops. Hard to get them when they're turning, right? Here we go. There they go. Couple of skateboarders too. There's one time it's legal in downtown Rutland, I think. We are near the end now. I can see the dreaded Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. First we have a Mr. Jack-O-Lantern wannabe in this truck. Couple of people hiding in the back. And here he is, the dreaded Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. He's got one little person in his clutches right now. I wonder who it is. It's not Mike Valentine? Better not be. He's supposed to be down below us. And we have trailing the pack here, member of Rutland's finest, the Rutland City Police Department, and one final vehicle. I'm not sure who this is. They don't have a sign. But everybody thinks the parade's over, so. And that is, as they say, our show for tonight, the 39th annual Halloween parade for 1998. I can assure you that unless something horrific happens, we'll be back again next year.
Thanks to Dave at the shop.
We'll say thanks to Dave at the shop, and we'll thank Edgewood Studios for and their crew who have helped us immensely, and also Brian Mayhew and Michael Valentine and Tom Leypoldt, who are all make this absolutely possible for you to see at home. Happy Halloween. See you next year. I'm Ted Pendleton.